Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball Card Breaks. Today, because it's so close to the end of the year, I'm going to combine two of my episodes together in one. And that will include my I Got This edition, in which I show you items that I've picked up off of eBay or on Mercari or stuff that I picked up at local shops. And in addition to that, we will be doing Time Travel Tuesday, which is my version of uh, opening up or showing product that's from the 80s, 70s, and 60s. So we're going to put the best of both worlds together today. And before we get into those cards, I just want to mention that the Bowman Chrome Mega Box, we're going to open that up this Saturday, which is technically next year. It's January 2nd. And then on Sunday, the 3rd, I'll be opening these two boxes of 2020, 2021 Series 1 Upper Deck tins that I picked up at Walmart for my hockey fans out there. And so, as you probably already know, I am from Michigan, and that's where I grew up. And I live in Texas now. So, a lot of the stuff you're going to be seeing here are cards that I picked up from my personal collection, a lot of Detroit Tigers and some Detroit Lions. But whenever I see a Hall of Famer, if the price is right, I'm going to pick it up. And so I have a lot of Hall of Famers here to show you. And in fact, if you ever wondered what my favorite card is of all time, I got one. I found it at a card shop just earlier this week. So we're going to start off with football cards, and we're going to be going from the most current to the oldest, if that makes sense, I suppose. So to start it off with, I picked up this Amari Cooper patch card. It's numbered 1 of 50. And of course, being here in Texas, I could sell this in my store here. And I picked it up for a pretty good deal. I believe I paid for a total of 3 jersey cards. I think I paid $12. So this patch card here of Amari Cooper was one of the 3. And I also got this patch card here of Chris Godwin. This one's not numbered. It's just a base jersey card by Prestige. It's, of course, it says 2020 right there. So those were 2 of the 3. The third card is not anything exciting, so I'm not even going to waste your time with that. I did pick up a rookie card of Matty Ice. This is his 2012 rookie card, I believe, and I just didn't have any Matty Ice in the collection, so I wanted to add that. So that's just for me personally. And then we're going to go all the way back to 1978. I picked up a couple Detroit Lions cards. Charlie Sanders, Hall of Fame tight end, looking pretty rough toward the end of his career. And David Hill, tight end for Detroit. So this was kind of like the passing of the guard here, the old school and new school. David Hill played for the Lions for a few years. This is his rookie card. And I know I have his autograph somewhere in my collection, but these cards aren't overly significant. Just cards I wanted to add to my Detroit Lions collection. So this is the 1977 Lions checklist. This is from when I first started collecting football cards. I was 6 years old when this set came out. So I have the Lions team checklist. I have this guy who's a guard, Bob Kolakowski. And look at this guy's physique. He's an offensive guard, and he's probably weighs 220. He's probably, this is a linebacker now. But the card's in pretty good shape. Again, just a common, but one that I wanted for my collection. And also, I got Lem Barney, who is a Hall of Fame cornerback, and probably one of the more famous Lions of his time. And this is also toward the end of his career. And then while I was in this shop, I was just going through the commons just to see what they had. And mixed in there, I don't think the owner knew, is the rookie card for Leroy Selman. He was the first overall draft pick in 1976. after the Buccaneers went 0-14, I believe it was. And so they drafted Leroy Selman first overall. And it's also an error card. His name is spelled wrong. It's actually Leeroy. So, um, this card has actually got some value to it. And I mean, I think I paid like $1.50 for this card, and it's in fantastic condition. Still looks sharp. Corners are good on it. So, um, maybe a couple minor flaws. So I was thinking about maybe getting that one sent into PSA, get it graded, but we'll see how I feel about that later. And then a couple older Lions, Greg Landry, who I've mentioned before, is probably the best Lions quarterback before Matthew Stafford came along, and another Charlie Sanders Hall of Famer card. And then I found this really old 1972 Charlie Sanders card. And it's actually an error card because it says wide receiver, and he wasn't. He was a tight end. And, this card's not in great shape, but it's worth a couple of bucks. And I didn't have it in my collection, so I thought that was pretty decent. And then, if you're from Michigan, you're going to know Mel Farr. Mel Farr, superstar. And he has his own he's passed away now, unfortunately, but he had his own Ford dealership in Michigan. And so every Sunday when the Lions would be playing when I was a kid, you'd always see the Melfar Superstar commercials. So I didn't have this card. This is a 1969, I believe. Yeah, I know what that it is. It's 1969. So there's Melfar. And then also a 1969 card. Oh, and this is Melfar's rookie card, I should mention as well. So also, I got a Tom Dempsey rookie card. Tom Dempsey is the Saints kicker that had half a foot. And at the time, he kicked the longest field goal in the NFL, which I believe was a 61-yarder. And now, almost weekly, some kicker will pass that up. But they actually created a rule after his famous kick where you had to have at least a full shoe because his shoe was basically a nub, like that. And so they thought it gave him an advantage. So I saw this card. It's not worth a ton, but just for historic purposes, I thought I would add it to my collection. So that concludes all of the football cards that I picked up. So we're going to go through the baseball cards now, and we're going to go ahead and go from most current to the latest. I only have a couple current cards, but I picked up this Frankie Lindor 2018 Bowman Platinum. It's numbered to 250. I think I paid $1 for it, so I couldn't pass up a Frankie Lindor. And as I mentioned before, when I opened up the 2020 Bowman Platinum, I'm a big fan of the Platinum series. So I don't know why it's just having such a hard time focusing. I don't know if it's like the faces in the back or what. So we'll move that out of the way. And then I picked up this Max Scherzer PSA graded 9 of 2017 Topps Chrome. It's the red jersey, which is his basic jersey in this set. There's actually a short print version of this, which is the more valuable one. But, a Scherzer and a 9, he's going to the Hall of Fame someday, no doubt about it. And so, I couldn't pass up a Scherzer jersey card. Graded card. So that was, I think I paid $3 for this, maybe. So it wasn't too much. And then I picked up a Trevor Bauer rookie card. I think I paid $5 for this, including shipping. And I didn't have any of Bauer's now that he's won the Cy Young. This might be a good time to pick up his cards before they become, too pricey and maybe not, who knows what's going to happen. He's going to sign with some new team this year. So then I picked up a Barry Bonds rookie card. It's got a blemish right there. I think I paid, I don't know, maybe 75 cents for this. But it's a Bonds card, and even though it's got a little bit of an issue, still always picking up a Barry Bonds card whenever whenever I see one. This card was just thrown into a package that I bought on Mercari. It's a 1983 highlight of Dan Quisenberry. Not a big deal. He, of course, passed away from brain cancer shortly after he retired. So it was, very sad, unfortunately. And then I got a second-year Cal Ripken card, 1983 Cal Ripken, and this card is flawless. Like, I can't see anything wrong with it. I mean, the borders are good. It's. I thought maybe at first it was a little bit bottom to top off, but if you take a look where the top of the T is, looks like it actually is pretty damn good. So that is definitely one I'm going to send into PSA to get graded. I think that's probably at least a 9. I mean, who knows? And then we're just going to go through these really quick. Again, just Hall of Famers that I picked up on the cheap. The Kid, Gary Carter. We got a Reggie Jackson. These, of course, are 1982. You saw me open a 1982 Rack Pack not too long ago. Rod Carew, another Rod Carew from 82, Donruss. 81, Gary Carter. 81, Rod Carew. There's Pudge, Carlton Fisk. I mean, these are not in great condition, but, just throw them in the collection. 81, Pete Rose. A couple Steve Garveys from Donruss 81. Ken Griffey Sr., this was just a throw-in in a batch that I bought off of Mercari. We got George Brett. These are 1980 cards, if you didn't know. Mike Schmidt. We got a Rod Carew 79. A Reggie Jackson 79. This is not in good shape. I just bought one of this card that was, I don't know, I paid like $10 for it. That was almost perfect. But this one, I probably paid $1. And then another Pudge, Carlton Fisk card. And then again, as you know, I'm a big fan of the Detroit Tigers. And so I'm always on the lookout for these. I picked up 3 Lance Parrish 1978 rookie cards. It does have Dale Murphy on it too, but this is not his rookie card. His rookie card was the 77 quad portrait card. So this is just technically his second year. And also it's got Ernie Witt on it, who was a Detroit Tiger killer in those days. He's from Detroit. But whenever the Blue Jays would play Detroit, it always seems like he was getting a clutch hit. And then Bo Diaz had a decent career, mostly as a part-timer, but he's probably most known for dying because his satellite fell off his roof and landed on his head. So, that's not something you really want to happen. I don't mean to laugh at him, but that's if you're going to go, that's not the way you want to go. And then I picked up a Jack Morris rookie card. I already have this in a graded. This card's in rough shape, but I think I mean these cards. I think I paid $2 for each, and I think I paid $4 for the Jack Morris card. It's also got Larry Anderson on the card. He's famous for being traded by the Astros to the Red Sox in exchange for Jeff Bagwell. It was a 1-for-1 deal, and although Larry Anderson was pretty good for the Red Sox that year, obviously the Astros got the better of the deal with Bagwell going to the Hall of Fame. I got this perfect Tom Seaver card. I think I probably paid more than I normally would. I might have paid $6 or $7. No, I paid $5 for this, but I also had to pay shipping. So I guess overall that was probably $8. Then a couple other cards from 1978. A Nolan Ryan. These are pretty rough, and a Griffey, and a Lou Brock. So I'm sure I only paid like 50 cents for that. And then I got this totally flawless Reggie Jackson. I did pay $10 for this Reggie. And it might not be worth it, but it is in really good condition as I try to get it to focus a little bit better. But it's off left to right. So, I mean, it's not a 10 or anything, but it's pretty decent. And we are coming up on my favorite card. It's going to be here in the next batch after this. So then we got another terrific Tom Seaver. in the 1977 cards. With the Mets. We got another Nolan Ryan. I mean, these are terrible shape. It's bet in half. But I'm never going to pass up a Ryan, no matter what condition, if the price is right. Another Pudge and a George Brett record breaker. Most games, 3 or more hits. He had 8 in a row. That's incredible. Okay, so here is my all-time favorite card. This is not going to surprise you at all. It is the Oscar Gamble Topps Traded 1976. I love this card. I mean, as someone who's a bald guy, I really wish I had awesome hair, but I don't. And this card you could pick up anywhere for $1, and I think I have like 3 or 4 of these in my collection. I love me some Oscar Gamble. I got another one coming up here later. Now this one I'm kind of pissed off about. So this Mike Schmidt here, I got as part of a group of cards, and this was really the only card I wanted in the whole damn lot. And I should have asked more questions. I didn't, but when I got it, I turned it around, and it was like shredded on the back. They didn't have a picture of the back of the card, and I knew that in general it wasn't in great shape. I mean, I could see that by just looking at the corners, but the surface is bad. But I never even would have bought it unless it would have been like $1, and I definitely paid more than $1. I think I paid like $8 for that. So I kind of got ripped off, and I was not happy about it. And then I got this great Steve Carlton card. This I bought individually. I think I paid $7 or $8 for this. It's in pretty good shape. Borders are good. It's pretty well centered. And I love me some Lefty, so I'll pick him up every time. Okay, so here's the other Oscar Gamble, 75 Indians. Just a sweet card. This card's not even worth 50 cents probably, but I think I might have even paid $1 for it just to have it in my collection. I didn't have this one, and so I was on an Oscar Gamble binge. And then this is Steve Garvey, All-Star card from 75. This was actually the first year he really started hitting. If I can just get it to focus for a minute. Maybe it's like Leo DeRocher in the back, but maybe it's hard to tell. But this was the first season he really started hitting for the Dodgers. And so it's definitely not his rookie card, but it's really turned the corner. I got this really great 75 highlight card of Nolan Ryan fanning 300 for the 3rd year in a row. And I only paid a few bucks for that, like $3 or $4. It's got some flaws, but I have 2 other of these in my collection, and they're both actually much worse than this. So that was an improvement on the cards I already had. And then I picked up these 75 Tigers. This is not all that exciting for most of you, but I got the checklist. I got Norm Cash, who passed away in a boating accident or a swimming accident when he was about 48 years old, I believe. Gates Brown, again from the 68 Tigers, Hall of Fame, I mean a World Series team. And then, these are just commons, but they're in pretty decent shape. I mean, the color is the white, is pretty crisp. John Hiller, longtime closer for the Tigers, had a heart attack on the mound, missed a whole year of baseball. Jim Northrup, legendary Tiger, and Ike Brown, no relation to Gates Brown. So there's some 75ers there. I don't know what I paid for those. There wasn't much. And then I got a 75 Carlton. This one's a little bit rougher condition, but again, pretty nice card. I think I paid maybe $4 or $5 for it in that condition. So maybe worth it, maybe not. And then I got a whole bunch of Mickey Lolich cards. Mickey Lolich, part of the 68 World Series team. He won 3 games, even hit a game-winning home run. He's maybe a borderline Hall of Famer. Probably deserved more recognition for his overall work in the World Series. Anyway, yeah. So this 73, way off center. I think I paid $1.50 for it. I think it's what it's worth. Actually, it's $1.50. But and then I found this really cool Kellogg's Mickey Lolich from '72. Um, kind of discolored, but you know, I didn't have it, so we added that in there. And then some really great '72 cards. This Raleigh Fingers is, I would say, almost perfect. This is his, I think it's his third year card. So yeah, it's just not going to want to focus for us. But yeah, I believe this is his third year card before he grew his handlebar mustache. He is hairless and just a sweet card. I paid, I think I paid $10 for this. And I couldn't pass it up. And then one of my favorite cards all time, if you watched my 1989 Flair cello pack opening, we were looking for the Billy Ripken swear word card. And I showed that this card is another famous card because he's flipping you the bird there on the bat. He snuck that in there. And so this card isn't worth a ton, but it's in super great condition. And again, I couldn't pass it up. I think I paid $2 for it, or $4. But it's a great card, and I actually did not have it in my collection. And then this was maybe a couple dollar card. It's in pretty good shape, but it's off severely right to left. But you got 3 Hall of Famers on there, and Al Downing, who's the guy who gave up Hank Aaron's 715th home run. So I mean, 4 legendary pitchers. So nothing super exciting there. Oh, and then I wanted to show this. So this is, of course, a 1971 Joe Niekro card. So a lot of these cards that I have in here were all wrapped this way. I don't know how this guy did it, but it's got a piece of tape right here, and they were all perfectly hermetically sealed in this plastic. And I can remove it fairly easily, but I wanted to show one. Like, this is probably not what you want to do. But I bought this card, and I only paid, I think, $1 or $1.50, not remembering that it's a high number card, $6.95. So it's got a lot of value. It actually had a $12 price tag on it, but I didn't put it together. Like I said, I only paid a couple bucks. It was just like in a Commons box. So I did pretty good on that. And then I got 3 cards. This actually was a gift for Christmas. I got it in a Christmas card. And so it's 3 Tigers here. Willie Horton, Dick McAuliffe, and Mike Kilkenny. All these cards I already have in various states of wear. Of course, 71 cards are tough to keep in good shape, but not too shabby. This card is fantastic. This is a '68 Mickey Lolich. This is from the year the Tigers won the World Series. I think I paid just a few dollars for this, but I think it goes for like $8 or $10 or $12 on eBay in pretty good shape. And this one's decent. It's not perfect, but I couldn't pass it up. And then, of course, Phil Niekro, who just passed away a couple days ago. This is his second year card, I believe, and with the piercing blue eyes. And so, pretty famous knuckleballer, and card's not in that great a shape. I think I probably paid more than I normally would have. I might have paid $10 or $12 for this. But I wanted to have it in my collection. And then here's the final card. This card is awesome. Look at how young Mickey Lolich is in this card. This is a 1965 card. At one point, I think it was listed at $6, but I found it in the Commons, and this card is almost quadrupled in value in the last year, and maybe the person who ran the shop didn't know that. But again, not super awesome condition. It was listed at 6, and I think I actually got it for like $2. So pretty good overall. So that's it. That's it for my combination. I got this and Time Travel Tuesday. We'll be back on Saturday of this week on the second, opening up this mega box, which I'm super excited for. And then I have these two tins of the new release of Upper Deck Hockey. And I did a video yesterday of some 2020 score football, and I don't know if it didn't make it out there, but I re listed it today. So check that out if you didn't get a chance. I did pull some really cool cards in there. And so that's it until the end of the year. Everyone have a happy new year. Be safe out there. Call an Uber. Don't drink and drive. And until then, have a good night.